My brother has what I like to call hood logic, you know, sound logic that sounds stupid, right? My brother smokes weed. So before he smokes a blunt, he'll take his jacket off, smoke the whole blunt, put his jacket back on and be like, can you smell it? Can you smell the weed? I'm like, yes, nigga. Just because you whispering don't mean you not loud. It's hood logic, right? Sound logic that sounds stupid. I was young. One time I didn't know how to talk to girls. So I asked my brother for advice. And he looks at me and he goes, listen, you can't treat a queen like a hoe because she won't allow it. And you can't treat a hoe like a queen because she won't appreciate it. And I was like, nigga, I'm 12. This note says, do you like me, yes or no? Do I give it to the bitch or not? What is this riddle? It's crazy, man. My brother's insane, dog. In 2019, he went back to prison because he got homesick, right? We all got one in the family. And in that moment, I had decided to give up my Hollywood apartment. I was living in Hollywood, pursuing my dreams at the time. And once I heard the news, I said, I'm giving that up and I'm moving back to Compton so that he has a house to return to when he gets out, right? And people were like, why would you do that? You're going back to Compton. I'm like, it's my hometown. What's the worst that can happen, right? 6 months later, I get shot at by my neighbor. And I only call him my neighbor because I no longer feel comfortable calling him my friend from high school. I got shot at over pussy I didn't even get, right? And this all took place early. So for context, right? My friend, right, lived in the back house. I lived in the front house. Front house is a full house. The back house is about as big as this fucking stage, right? But he had 2 cars, which screamed financial responsibility. So one day he was at work, and at 6 a.m., this guy comes over and keys his second car while it's in the driveway. My friend sees this on the Ring camera at work, leaves work to come home. He gets home by 7 a.m. to assess the damage. By 8 a.m., I get up, because that's when I usually get up. My morning routine consists of yoga, smoothies, and meditation, like most niggas from Compton. I'm thinking I'm about to have a great day. I get up, I notice my brother's car is on the street. He's about to get a ticket for street sweeping. So I go out to move his car. My friend sees on the Ring camera somebody by my brother's car, just grabs his gun, runs outside without even looking, shoots, bah, right? The bullet missed me and killed our friendship, right? I was like, unfollow, right? And then I confront him. I was in shock. I was like, how the fuck could you shoot at me? What is wrong with you? And he goes, my bad. Turns around, walks back into the house. And I was frustrated. I was furious. I was like, this ain't where this is about to end. So I get my gun and I call another friend to bring his gun, because 2 guns is better than 1. We go to the back house. I knock on the door. Hey, bro, you gotta move. He immediately goes, you right. You can't shoot at the landlord, dog. It trumps loud music, late payments. You know? And I know some of y'all probably thinking, that's it? You didn't call the cops? I didn't. He was my friend and a felon in possession of an illegal firearm that I sold him. I didn't know I had to put "don't shoot at me" on the receipt. I have a crazy family, bro. And you would think my brothers are probably the craziest in my family, but it's not. It's my sister, you know? Because she almost killed a dude, her husband. Well, she didn't almost kill him, right? He attempted suicide. He failed, but he tried. And she would have me believe that this took place because she asked for a divorce. So he got all worked up and jumped off a 2-story building, into a massive pile of medical bills. I don't think that's what happened, right? Because at the time that this happened, they were arguing. And my sister can argue. What I think he tried to do was end the argument in a very extreme way. But you can't do that, fellas. You're not gonna end the argument with your girl, especially your wife. So what did she do? Go to the hospital. To do what? End the argument. This man broke his leg, his arm, he had a cut around his chin. She still went to the hospital, sat right next to his bed while he was hanging off of dear beeps. Beep, beep. And she says, "Look at your dumb ass." You can't take a little criticism, can you? Huh? Here you go, always saying you're gonna do something you never do. And then she got mad. It's like, "Divorce me." She grabbed his arm, the nigga woke up.
But I'm a new school parent. I love being a dad. But all that means is I'm old, but I got young kids, 7 and 4. And if you 65 and up, you're an old school parent. And I think you had it way easier because you could beat your kids. Now, I don't agree with that. But you ever notice our parents never had any mental health issues? Because they never held on to the pain, stress, and frustration. They were too busy releasing it on our ass. We were the first support animal. I don't hit my kids. Do you know how hard it is to discipline a child when you don't hit them? When you count to 3 and they count with you? I'm like, 1, 2. My son is like, buckle my shoe. Our parents led with fear. We lead with a little bit more love. Because if you're around my age, we all know when our fathers came home, it was an event. Everybody in the house was scared. And if you got in trouble and your mom said those words to you, just wait till your dad gets home tonight. Woo! I would go to bed at 4:30. Our parents were wired different. I called my mom, she's Korean if you don't know. She's so just blunt. She's always blunt. I go, "Mom, I need a story for my special. Tell me a great story about being my mom." She goes, "Oh, okay." "Oh, tell them how I wash your mouth out with soap. So funny." Now, if you don't know, if you're young, our parents, if we cursed or said something they didn't like, they would grab a bar of soap and shove it in our mouths. Not just that, they would talk to other parents to see what kind of soap they used too. And it wasn't the bars of soap of today. No, it wasn't the Bed Bath & Beyond oatmeal flavored soap. These were giant brick-sized bars of soap. You remember that? Dove, Ivory, Irish Spring, Dial if you were poor. But my mom's Asian, she kicked it to a new level. My mom used this soap called Lava. Now, if you don't know what Lava soap was, it was a soap designed, made for mechanics to get grease off their hands. It had little pebbles of rocks in it. I didn't even curse, I just talked back to my mom. She was like, "Hey, boy, clean your room." I was like, "That's your job." My mom was like, "What you say? What you say?" I was like, That scarred me as a child. I never knew as a kid I would have to deep throat a bar of soap. Scarred me when I was older too, you know? I was hooking up with this chick, kissing her below the belly button. She was like, "Talk dirty to me." I was like, "Oh no, I don't do that." It tastes bad, it makes my mouth foam. I'm just trying to be a better parent. That's all, just trying to be a better parent. So I'm watching videos just like everybody else. They have this new thing called gentle parenting. If you don't know what it is, they say if you call your child over and they don't come, you go to them. Find out what's happening in their world. And then once you fully understand that, you invite them back to your world. Now, I must be a terrible parent because I ain't got time for that. But in today's society, you can't even yell at your kids in public. People think you're a bad parent. I think yelling at your kids is good because it keeps them out of trouble. You know, that's my opinion. My wife is scared. You know, people notice us now in the streets when I'm out with my kids. My wife is scared. She's like, somebody's gonna videotape you, put you on TMZ, and then you get canceled. And she's probably right, because people are so sensitive. So now I only can yell at my kids at home. I yelled at my son the other day. He made me angry. He was in his toy room, a room filled with toys that I bought. But he's not playing with toys. He's watching another kid on his iPad play with toys. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's not playing with his toys. He watching another kid on his iPad play with toys. I look at my son and go, hey man, why are you watching the kid play with toys when you can play with your own toys? My son looks at me and goes, why are you watching basketball? Go outside and play it. I didn't know what to say. I walked away like a bitch. I was like, ah. I texted all my friends, I feel ugly. My mom got in a fight with my wife. Now, full disclosure, my wife, she cooks like once every couple, like once. So my mom walks into our new house and goes, oh, what a beautiful kitchen for no cooking. I go, Mom, you can't say that to my wife, not in my house. She goes, why? It's a true, it's a true. Then she looks at me and my wife and goes, do I lie? I look at my dad for help. My dad's like, walk away, son, walk away. Now, full transparency, that joke was on my last special. And the reason why I tell you that is because I didn't let anyone in my family see my special till we all watched it together. And I sat my mom next to my wife. Because I needed new material. My wife laughed. She's like, ha, 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 ha. My mom's like, ha, 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 so stupid. Now, I got to tell you, Tempe, I did that on purpose. I wanted my mom to know that she couldn't talk to my wife like that in my house. So instead of having a conversation with her, I put it in a special. Because I'm scared of her. In my mind, I won. The clip went viral. I figured my mom saw it with us, so she knows not to say that again. I won. Checkmate. My Asian mom will never say that to my wife again. 2 days later. Now, let me let you know, my mom has a 72-year-old Asian haircut. You all know what it is, right below the ear, all the way around. They sign a contract. Y'all didn't know they signed a contract at 60. It says at 72, they gotta have it all the way around. Yeah. So, my wife got long hair, long, beautiful blonde hair. It's hot outside. My mom's sweating. She looks at my wife and goes, you know hot? Me and my dad look at each other and go, oh, this ain't good. My wife goes, no, I'm not hot. My mom goes, yeah, because you have thin hair. Me and my dad are like, ah! Now, there's a point in every man's life when he's married. You know that look in your wife's eyes. Well, there's nothing you can do. So I take a step back. I'm standing next to my dad now, looking at our two ladies. My wife walks up to my mom and goes, you know what? I don't have thin hair. I love my long hair. And you know why I don't like short hair? Because it makes you look old. I'm like, ah! My dad's like, write it down, write it down, write it down. Now, I don't want you to think, I do not want you to think my mom's a bad person. She's an amazing mom. But here's the thing about Asian moms. They never tell their kids they love them. They never show them any emotion. But when they do, you know it's real. I got married late in life. Got 2 kids. My mom never thought she would have grandkids. The other day, she's at my house, watching me play with my kids. She's glowing. I can feel it. She's glowing. She calls me over. I just want to let you know, you are a great father. Yeah. And then she goes, and I am so surprised. Take politics out of it, I think the world is moving in the right direction. Look at all this diversity in this room. We laughing at the same thing, and that is beautiful. Like, right? It is. I have a great family, man, and I will tell you this. When you have an amazing wife, as a man, you feel useless at home a lot of times. Because if you do something to help them out, you usually mess it up, right? So all I'm responsible in the house is for snacks. All day long, my kids are like, can I have a snack, Daddy? Can I have a snack, Daddy? Daddy, can I have a snack? I need a snack, Daddy. So I'm the snack daddy. They call me the snack daddy at home, but the problem is they started telling their friends at school my name was Snack Daddy. So just like every other parent in this room, you have to read a story. You have to go into school, read a story. I walk into the classroom, all the kids are like, Snack Daddy! Teacher looks at me, she's angry. She's like, calm these kids down. I look at the kids, like, hey, shh. You can't say that out loud, all right? Keep it to yourself. I read the story, and of course I brought snacks, donuts, and everything. I give them snacks, right? I leave. About a month later, I'm talking to some parents. I don't know. My wife is making me talk to them. Their kid runs up and goes, Snack Daddy! Their parents look at me weird. I look at them, and then the kid goes, oh, he told me not to say that out loud. I was like, no diddy. No diddy.
And whenever I get like a down moment, I think of something about my family that make me feel good, right? Like my mom, really, right? Like I'm 6'4.5". My mama thought I was going to the NBA. Yeah. Like she thought she was gonna never have to work again. Like I was her meal ticket. I was like, lady, don't quit your job, right? Remember my senior year, she came in cursing me out like, you can't make a layup? You can't make a free throw, they fucking free, right? She's like, you ain't never gonna be able to get a scholarship playing like this. I guess I'm gonna be working at Walmart, so I'm 75 fucking with you. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Walmart. My name Marilyn, I'm Sydney mama. Like, who is Sydney? The nigga on the register. Say hi, they talking to you. Like, hey, how y'all doing? Dog, when I was 14, I ain't gonna lie, my dad caught me jacking off, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I think about it because it's funny, because listen, everybody has that moment when you first like touch yourself. Mine was Holly Berry and the white dude, right? Monsters Ball, yeah, she looked at him, she's like, can you make me feel good, right? I'm 14, I'm going to work, right? And I'm like, I never did it before, right? So like, I didn't know where to finish, and I didn't plan it, right? So I had a white wicker trash can, I was like, bet, that'll do, right? And I was like, like, you know what I mean? As a grown man, you can control you know what I mean? But at 14, my knee buckled, right? And I'm releasing the best feeling I've ever had in my life, right? And then my dad was in the doorway, he was like, when you're done, I want to talk to you. But I love them, dog. Right, I love my family, dog. That's why when I be looking at like shows like these documentaries, I watch documentaries and see like these Dateline when people be killing their family. That'd be crazy to me, dog. Like you can work that out. Like I was raised like you kill for your family. You know what I mean? But you don't kill your family, dog. And when I watch them shows, they like plan it out. Like that woman want to kill her husband? Oh man. She set it up like clockwork, right? It take her like 6 months. She might like say something slick to let him know. She be like, okay, Daniel. I heard you loud and clear. He got like 2 months, he dead, right? But they still slick. On the documentary, they finna kill him. They still slick. They still get him gifts on their birthday, right? A whole cake, he blowing it out. She walking away. This your last motherfucking birthday, man. Over 6 months, you watch her like plan this out. And when she finally finna do it, she go to the store. They all get the same shit. Some gloves, a shovel, some cement. And they bury their family in the front yard. I'm sitting there watching the show like, this is crazy, right? I love my family, dog. My cousin was kidnapped as a child. True story, right? My uncle played basketball overseas, like in New Zealand, right? And he got with a white woman, right? And you know what I mean? To each his own, to each his own. They had a baby, right? Which was my cousin. Now they came back to Texas and Dallas. They lived in Dallas, right? They got in an argument. One day he came home. It was a note on the bed. You'll never see your daughter again, right? I'm taking her back. She went to New Zealand, right? My uncle was like distraught. He come to my mom, who's the oldest in their family, right? He's like, she took my baby, right? Now I know I've seen my mama act tough. She from Gary, Indiana, right? I didn't know she had Liam Neeson in her though, right? She's like, where's the girl? Where's the girl, right? My uncle losing his shit. She took her. My mama took her where, right? New Zealand. My mama doing the calculation. She's like, where that is, right? My mama's only been to Indiana, California, and Texas. She's never left the country before. Never. But she's like, I gotta go get the baby, right? So she gangster. She took a passport, $60, right? She went with some federal agents. They went to New Zealand. They walked up on this white lady in a grocery store. Yeah. She's scanning fruits thinking it's all good, for real, yeah. Dog. She walk up in her, right? This white lady's like scanning, you know, boom, boom, beep, beep. Right? My mama walk up on her. Hey, how you doing? Right? She turned around, she panicked. She said, don't panic, where my baby at? Right? My cousin was right there. My cousin, she said, come here, right? Authorities took her away. My mama got on a plane, took her back to the States, right? Right? Yeah. So then, my cousin is now raised in my mom's house, right? My uncle not doing that well, fine. My mom's, that's her brother. They both in the house, right? My mom was a teacher, so she always made sure she was smart. Got her like toys that was like books. I was like, get her a fucking toy. She liked to read. I'm like, you forcing it on her? You know what I mean? She do good. She ranked in mock trial throughout the, you know what I mean? It's like she doing very well. She goes to Dillard University, right? Now I go see her graduation. It's a beautiful thing. Michael Ealy is there talking about my cousin. He's like, we don't need more Oprahs. We need more of Sydney's cousin. I'm crying. I'm in the back crying, dog, right? She want to be a lawyer. She like, I've been on TV since she been a kid. I won a TV show, Funniest Wins, in 2014. She was like a freshman in high school. So my whole career, she's been like looking up to me, right? She accepted at Brown University. I'll make her my assistant. I said, boom, let's get this money, right? I'm in New York. I'm doing well. I'm like, look, all you got to do, watch my mom, right? Because my mom can't do for herself right now. Right? So just watch my mom, right? I work, just set me up on my tour. You know what I mean? She's in emails with my management. Boom, we have a little system, right? It's my little cousin, right? I got my mom set up, right? She's in a new place. She got like 60 grand in a savings account, right? Now, I'm not bragging, but I be working, but So her bills come out of my business card, so it's no reason for my mom to even go into the savings because she can't do that anymore. She can't go to the bank and do things like that anymore. So that's why I have my cousin helping, right? So I'm in New York writing on the show, you know what I mean? After I'm done, I come back, I go to the bank, I'm finna put some money in my mom's savings account. It went from 60,000, I checked the balance, it was $37 in my mama's account. Yeah. You would immediately start praying, that's hilarious, right? So I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what happened to the money in your account, right? My mom was like, oh, my brother, he opened up me an account under his name, right? I said, okay, mama, okay, 1 second, right? I'm finna call him. You never know what'll trigger you, right? So I called my uncle. I said, hey, did you open up my mother's account without my permission? He's like, oh, well, I opened it up so she can get her Social Security and get her retirement because you can't get it in the savings. I said, why didn't you tell me before you did that? And he goes, well, I'm her brother. And that's the first time I snapped. I said, motherfucker, I'm her son. My dad dead, my brother dead. I'm the last. Don't you ever make a decision without involving me again. He was like, okay. I said, the money that was in the other account, did you transfer it to this new account? He goes, oh, no, I didn't. I said, well, it's about $60,000 missing. He was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. And he hung up, right? And I started laughing because I was like, I'm about to go to jail. That's crazy. Like, it's been nice knowing y'all. Like, I've had a good career, right? People always ask you, would you be willing to sit in the bathroom for 20 years? Absolutely. Hand me my pillow. I'm funny. I'm going to be the funniest nigga in prison, but I'm going. Right? I was so irate, dog. I didn't know what I was, all these thoughts in my mind, dog. Somebody didn't fuck with my mama, dog. And I'm like, right? And I'm with my boy Snow, and Snow is like, yo, you should chill. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying, you know what I mean? I'm trying to chill, because I don't know what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So my cousin, you know what I mean? She hits me. She's like, I think my daddy had something to do with it, right? She crying. I said, yeah. She was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna call you back, right? Because now, for the first time in my life, I don't trust nobody. Right? I don't trust nobody. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic. I don't trust nobody, dog, except my mama, right? And then my cousin called me back, and she was like, hey, Sydney, I have something to tell you. I said, what's up, right? She was like, I found out what happened. I said, what happened? She said, your mom used to send me money while I was in college. And I think she just forgot. She just kept sending me money. So she just keeps sending me money, going to the bank, sending me money. I said, yeah, how much money she sends you? She was like, close to like $40,000. I said, oh, where the money at? Well, that's the thing. I never really kept checking my balance. I just kept spending, and I guess I went through it. I said, well, here's the lie. I said, my mama can't go to the bank and do that and transfer money. She doesn't know how to do the apps. I said, so you lying to me, right? And I hung up the phone, right? And my boy Chris, he's a Christian, right? Yeah. I'm a Christian too, but it's important that you know. He's more Christianer than me. When Chris found out what happened, he raced to my house, right? And he started praying for me immediately. He did. Chris, a praying dude, right? He touched my shoulder. He's like, close your eyes, right? And he started praying. But you know what I mean? My eyes wasn't closed. I love God, but I wasn't on that shit right now. And I'm just opening up. He was like, God in control. I was like, it don't feel like it. He's like, God in control. I was like, all right, bet. And he started praying. I just walked off during his prayer. I went to the store, right? I bought me some gloves. A shovel. And some cement. Because I was going to bury my fucking family, right? It's triggering because people always give me their opinion. They be like, I would have did this, I would have did that. Like, I don't think about that, right? But you got to put things in perspective, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? My friend told me, my homegirl Ebony, she said, Sydney, if you go do something to them, what if God take your mom? Just to show you that he's still in control and you're not in control. And I took 2 of the bullets out the gun. I said, keep going. They're not gonna get this whole clip, but you make it sense.
Yeah, my mom named me Preacher. She called me Preacher. I didn't think of it. People think I thought of it. I didn't. When I was 2 weeks old, a bunch of people kept telling my mom, they're like, when he gets older, he's gonna be a preacher. He's gonna be a pastor. That's what they seen in me at 2 weeks old. I don't know what I was saying. At 2 weeks old, to give the impression I was gonna be a, what could I say? Goo goo gaga, goo, can I get a wire? You know, I don't know if I was changing my mom's milk into wine. I don't remember, you know, but I'll tell people my name is Preacher. Everyone hears Preacher, and they're like, there's no way he just said Preacher. So they start to think of different names on their own. They're like, what's your name? I'm like, Preacher. They're like, Richard? I'm like, nope. Clearly started with a P. They're like, Preston? And I'm like, I'm black, okay? You know my name isn't Preston. There's no such thing as a Black Preston. And if there is one, there's one, and it's probably called Black Preston, because that's how it works. I don't make the rules. That's like a white dude named Jamal. He white Jamal. Everybody know that. People get mad at my name. Are you an actual pastor? No, I'm not a pastor. Well, I'm not calling you that. Well, why would I call you that if you're not even blah, blah, blah. All right, don't call me that then. But I got news for you. You know Jesus? He ain't actually Jesus, okay? Dr. Dre, not a doctor. Surprise. Everybody knows that The Rock is a human. I don't know why we're doing this. Preacher's not a weird name. I met some kid named Thevin with a TH. She's like, oh, I'm Thevin. I was like, your mom has a lisp, okay? There's no such thing as a Thevin. It's either her or the doctor's fault. I don't know who said it first. What's his name? Thevin. How many pounds he weigh? Thevin. You don't see the coincidence? I don't want to go to hell. I want to go to Thevin. Like, clearly, she got braces. You can tell that she spit when she talked, because I used to have braces. It flies out your mouth. You can't help it, you know? And you be like, what's up, you know? People get mad at you. I was looking at something earlier. I can't help it. I got braces, you know? Speaking of braces, anybody ever been to London? Because they don't believe in those. That's not a myth. I thought that was a myth, bro. All of them just all look like they inhale grenades at the same time. Like they don't need can openers down there. You understand? Like they just all look like Nigel Thornberry. But I had braces. I had Invisalign braces, which are, because my teeth were jacked up. I mean, I had a regular amount of jacked up. Like, I had gaps. Like, one time, I was eating cereal, and my spoon was missing. I was like, wait a second. This is the third time, so I decided to get some braces. I got Invisalign braces, which are great, because you can't see them, but then you had some people that had regular braces growing up. They get mad at me as if I invented Invisalign braces. Like, you didn't go through the struggle. My lips were bleeding. Nobody cares, bruh. If you had braces growing up, you probably had money, so I don't feel bad for you looking weird at 11. You're supposed to. I just stopped looking like a Pokemon 3 years ago. Let me be happy, man. People trying to catch me. I choose you, preacher, choose. Leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life. You guys laughed at that, but you honestly should have laughed harder. But whatever, it's fine. It's cool. Just gonna ruin my special. That was hilarious, man. You ever see a meme and you're laughing, you're like dying laughing at it. Then you show your friend, they're not laughing. That's how I felt just now. When y'all done laugh at my joke. And I just tried so hard. None of y'all give me that $20, sir. I would never kill myself. I think about it every day. But I'm not gonna, you know. That was dark. Speaking of dark, I'm black. You know, like, I am. I'm black. My whole body's black. Y'all notice that? Except this part. Ain't that weird? This is weird. This is not black. This is very weird. I remember as a kid that like they would ask me questions like, why are you white on one side, black on the other? I was like, I don't know. I guess I didn't fully hit my growth spurt. I don't know why it works out though. Anytime I get pulled over, hey officer, I was. I understand you don't want to give me that loan. Before you say no, I just. No, it just comes in handy. So, that was stupid. That's what it deserved.
I realized, hey man, you love being a dad. It's more than you. You got to keep saying that to yourself over and over. Because you got to remind yourself, being a dad ain't no like cookie cutter manual. Everybody do it differently. And then I found out you got to be compatible in parenting, not just love, in parenting. I didn't know that till we had our tall baby. I don't like a tall baby. I want you to stay a baby for as long as you can, because you know what I'm saying? You want to do that daddy stuff for as long as you can. You pick her up and her feet still scraping the ground. She a tall ass baby. You walking down the hallway and y'all high five each other. She a tall ass baby. Get out her crib. You walk in her room, she be like, Daddy. You be like, get your ass on shit, Daddy. I be like, God, why the hell you talk like Ja Rule? What the fuck is wrong with you, tall ass baby? You a tall ass baby with a fucked up voice. And my wife, she like, no, we gotta convert her crib to a toddler bed. I don't want her putting her, like she gonna trip over and fall. But see, this is where the parenting thing come in, because she from Michigan, I'm from Georgia. So I say shit we say in the South. Let her ass fall out once, I bet you she ain't gonna do it again. But you know how women are, no, stop drinking. So I'm like, fuck it. We all do this shit different. But then they talked me into it. I did that. I converted the crib into a toddler bed. I took the front part off of it. Now the girl can walk all around the house wherever she want. You ever had somebody, you ever felt them staring at you in your sleep? You ever roll over at 3 in the morning and it's a creepy ass baby on the side of your mattress staring at you and you don't know how long they been there? They say some devil shit, swiper, no swiping. Get the hell away from me. Go on your mama's side, kill her first. Daddy, I peed. Me too, you scared the hell out of me. Get your tall ass on that end and help me flip the mattress. Having sex, the one times you get to have sex, the few times, it's few. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. If you fucking a lot over 45, you unemployed. That's what you are. That's what you are. You're not gonna make me feel bad. You're not gonna make me feel bad. This once a month shit I'm doing, that's normal for everybody. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. You're not gonna knock me off that stand right there. But ain't nothing worse than finally getting a yes, and you doing, and she looking that way, you looking that way, and you just getting all into it, and you see a silhouette in the doorway, and you don't know if it's a burglar or your tall baby. That motherfucker tall as hell. Who is that? But I don't want to stop, because, you know, it's once a month, so I pretend like I don't see the baby, so I'm looking at her. I'm trying to give her the eye, but it's dark. I'm like... Then you try to do that big man shit. My baby don't give a fuck. She be looking at me like... She ain't picking up on none of this shit. I love being a girl dad. I absolutely love being a girl dad. Then I realized that girls say stuff that they mama say, and you can't talk back to them the way you would talk back to your wife. You don't want to mess up their growth. Give them a complex. But how do you defend yourself as a man? Tonight, my big night. I came downstairs, I was like, ta-da, your boy looking sharp, ain't he? She said, why you wearing your pajamas? I said, don't fuck with me right now. This is my big night. Why are you wearing your pajamas, Lord? Kids, man. Kids. I gotta do these dumb dad jokes because they wanna know what I do. It's the sacrifice I made. Okay. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. Yeah. Damn dad jokes, bro. What's fucked up when a 2-year-old be like, boo, boo. You sell drugs for a living. You ain't no comedian, boo. That's how we got this house. You a drug dealer, boo.
I'm doing so much old school, like 70s, 80s stuff with my kids, like 70s, 80s parenting style. I am a monster. Like my generation, veteran parents, you should know. When I do the stuff that you did, my generation looks at me like I'm a monster. Here's another one that I do. This is for the veteran parents, you're gonna love this. I lie to my kids. I lie to my kids. Millennial parents don't like it if you lie to your kids. Like, oh my, what? If you're a person of color in this room, you were lied to as a kid. Our parents lied. That was just a tool on the parenting belt. They lied to us. If you're a person of color or you're white and you grew up poor, you were lied to as a kid. I should tell you right now, my wife is white, okay? I have white kids at home. That's very important that you know this. You could fact check it on Instagram after you watch this. I have 3 white kids at home. I could tell my wife did not grow up getting lied to the way I was lied to. This is how I found out. Like, I'm an on-time person. I'm an on-time parent, okay? All of us, you don't have to have kids to get this. We all have those friends that have one kid, and they feel like they're allowed to be, 30, 45 minutes late to everything because they have one baby. And they show up late to every single thing, and when they get there, they'll put on that feel sorry for me face, and they'll look at you like, you get it, right? Because we have a baby. That's why we're late. We have a baby now, so we can no longer tell time on a clock or hold a schedule or respect your time because we have a baby now. You understand, right? And a lot of millennial people will feel empathy. They're like, yeah, we get it. It's fine. What can we do to help? That looks hard. What can we do to help? You guys could tell I'm not like that. I don't. They come with the feel sorry for me. I make the face right back. Like, I'm sorry. No, I don't understand. I don't. Did the baby drive? Is that why you're late? I would understand that if the baby drove. But you drove? You drove? Yeah, you're in charge? Yeah, we hate you, not the kid, dude. I never want to be that person, so I'm always very aware of like what time it is, right? So we're going to an event, and I'm checking the time, and I'm like, ooh, we better make some moves, or we're gonna be late. So I said to my son, he's 5 years old, I go, hey man, I need to see you with your socks and shoes on by the door in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we might have to leave you here, okay? That's what I said to him. And as soon as the last word got out of my mouth, my wife popped up behind me immediately and she goes, we would never leave you here by yourself. That's child abuse. And I said, what the hell are you doing, babe? Chop me at the legs like this? And she was serious, San Diego. She was serious. She was looking at her. She's like, you can't lie to him like that. I don't want you to lie to him like that. You can't lie to him. San Diego, I had to look my wife in her eyes and tell her that was not a lie. That was not. That was not a lie. That was motivation. That was motivation to shake his ass so we could get out of here on time. That's a real fight we had that day. You can't lie to him. I don't want you to lie to them. I'm like, he's 5 years old, dude. I'm not gonna tell this kid the truth every time I talk to him. I'm not under oath with my son. What are we doing? I was lied to. I'm gonna be honest with you, San Diego. I've been looking forward to lying to my kids. I've been looking forward to it. A lot of us were lied to, and I do not claim to be a parenting expert, but I will tell you, I'm 100% positive on this next sentence I'm about to tell you, okay? 100% positive. You could take this home with you, San Diego. I think lying to your kids is how you find out if you have a smart kid. I'm gonna say it one more time for the back, okay? Lying to your kids is how you find out if you have a smart kid. How long does it take for them to realize this is a lie? Like, if you lie to your kid and they continue, like they keep figuring out, that's amazing news for you. This is a muscle. This is a muscle. Start making the lies more complex. Let's work on this. Scholarships, let's go. But if you lie to your kid, and you can go to the same lie for days into weeks, weeks into months, you don't change one word and the lie is just as effective every time, that's also amazing news for you. Because now you know who's in your house. And you can get used to living with this kid for 35 or 40 years. They're not leaving. You got a dumb kid at home, dude. I was lied to. A lot of us were lied to. A lot of us were lied to, man. I could see there are some people that are sitting here like, when you guys are really laughing about this, they're like, oh my, did you know the audience was gonna be full of abused people? We weren't abused. We were not abused. There was a purpose. There was a purpose to the lies that these veteran parents told us. And the purpose of the lie was to terrify us in our soul, scare you in your soul into following the rules that they asked you to do nicely the first couple of times. Right? Now you're not following the rules. Now they're trying anything to get you to be good. Now they're trying to scare you into being good. Okay? I have a vivid memory from my childhood, right? Single mom, 4 kids. My brother and I shared a room, okay? And one night we're in our room, we're supposed to be sleeping, but we're in there making noise, being bad boys. And I remember my mom came into the room and she goes, listen, if you guys don't quiet down and go to sleep, they are gonna come and take you away from me. They, just some nondescript group of people that's waiting outside to take us. It's terrifying. My brother and I were like, we should shut the hell up and go to sleep. They don't sound fun at all. When we were kids, 70s, 80s, 90s, you had to take your parents' word for it. We couldn't call our parents on their lies. We didn't have smartphones. We couldn't look it up as soon as they left. Hey, Siri, who are they? Who are they? Where are they gonna take us? And do they have snacks? We just had to take their word for it. My favorite part about this joke is I've literally toured it all around the country. And every night after the show, people will come up to me and they'll share lies that they were told as a kid. And it's like one of my favorite parts. Hearing kids that had my childhood. So I'll share a few of them with you right now. But when you guys were kids, did your parents tell you that it was illegal to use the dome light in the car at night? How? Every city in America that I've been to, yeah. How did these veteran parents get that one around the country? Pre-internet. Did they all just call a parent, hey, tell 10 other parents this lie? Here's the crazy thing about that one. So I'm 40 years old. If you're in my car tonight after the show and we need to find something, that light is on and then off immediately. Because as a 40-year-old man, I'm still not sure if that's true or not. And I don't want to test it. I was in Santa Barbara, and this guy shared this lie with me that I'm definitely going to use on my kids. If you lie to your kids, take this home with you. This guy's dad told him, he goes, if you ever see the ice cream truck in the neighborhood and it's playing music, that means they're out of ice cream. Stealing. Sorry, son, they play the music to let us know they're out. Yeah. Let me know when you see that truck not playing music. I'll get you whatever you want, dude. Yeah, I got you. Here's the last one. I was in Bend, Oregon. And after the show, this lady comes up to me and she goes, when I was 7 years old, And I was 7 years old. When I was 7 years old, my mom told me, don't ever give anybody the bird. Don't ever flip anybody off. Because when you flip somebody off, what you're saying to the world is that you want a strange man to come and shake his wiener in your face. Huh? 7! She said, I'm 37 years old. I've never given anyone the bird. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm gonna stop now. Is that? Here's what I found out. Lying to your kids is just a part. It's just a part of parenting. All parents lie to their kids. Just culturally, the lies sound different culture to culture. Okay? And I see some white parents looking at me right now like, we would never lie. And this is every night, every city I go to, I could see the ones that are like, oh my God, I would never. Write his name down. I think we need the cops to do a wellness check on his kids. We would never. And that's just not true. Every parent lies to their kids. Just culturally, the lies sound different culture to culture. Like white parents, your lies sound different than some of the lies that we were told. Like I hear white parents lying to their kids at the park every day when I take my kids to the park. This is what it sounds like when a white parent lies to their kids. You are the most special child. You are the most special child in the whole world. Okay. Everybody on this field was a winner today.
My husband's a sweet dude. Like he's a really good guy. Like he's obsessed with me. Ew, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm the worst. You know, I'm like, gross, stop. You know? And like in the pandemic, it was so cute. He was like, babe, I got an idea. Like, once the pandemic's over, like I feel like we fell in love again. I was like, gross. He's like, why don't we renew our vows? I was like, okay, first off, I'm not even pregnant this time. Stop. He's like, no, seriously, like we should do it. We should like do a destination wedding. I was like, okay, I'll do it, but this time it's gotta be a final destination wedding. And maybe like you don't come back. Sign this paperwork. One of the craziest parts of the pandemic for us though, anyone in here do the pandemic with a roommate? Oh, okay, I'm the only one that made poor life choices? Okay, forget you guys. So yeah, my husband and I, we had a roommate, and I don't know like if this is the proper term, but she was trash. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like millennial garbage person. Like she was just the worst, you know what I mean? Like she's one of those people that would eat the last of your stuff and then not replace it. What kind of animal eats the last of the Fruit Loops and then doesn't go buy more Fruit Loops? I would come home late feeling kind of peckish, you know what I mean? I get the bowl, I get the spoon, I get the milk, I get the Fruit Loops, I turn over the box. You know what that sound is? It's Fruit Loop dust. What kind of monster leaves Fruit Loop dust and doesn't have enough respect to leave a straw and a razor blade in there so I could Okay, all right. That was just a little tip check. Okay. Meet me in the bathroom, y'all. Couple Fruit Loop users in here. Yeah, she's a monster. And she's like one of those people that doesn't speak English. And not like I don't mind other languages, but she speaks hashtag. What? Hashtag good morning. Hashtag blast. I'm like hashtag bitch die in a fire. That's trending in my kitchen right now. She loves selfies. Let's take a selfie. Wanna take a selfie? And she's always sending her selfies to me like I haven't seen her. You know what I mean? One day I'm out and I'm like, you know, at a show or whatever, and my phone buzzes. I'm like, ooh, who's that? And I open it up. It's a selfie of her and my husband snuggled on my sofa watching the TV I got for my birthday, cuddled up under the blanket my dead grandmother made me. Yeah, and she captions it, hashtag movie night. That's how many E's she put in a word that doesn't have an E in it. I sent her back a hashtag. You guys should follow it. It's super easy to remember. You don't need to write it down. I sent it a hashtag so she could like understand it. And it was a hashtag, bitch, I don't think you know how black women work. I'm gonna fuck you up when I get home. I play a lot, but I don't play about my husband, whore. You see that spear in my closet? Wakanda forever. The one thing we did right, I will civil rights march on you. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. That was the hashtag. It's very easy to remember. Here's the wildest thing she ever did. So one night, I'm excited to go home and get in bed because my husband's out of town. And I know how mean that sounds, but I see some couples in here, and anyone in here, if you sleep with the same person, night after night after night, you know the best gift they can give you, right? Is an argument. Ugh. About 15, 20 minutes before bedtime. Yes. Fuck you, bitch. I'm sleeping on the sofa. No, don't, babe. Please don't. No. Stay. So I get home. I'm excited. I take a sexy shower. Ladies, we've all done this, you know? Just sitting on a toilet, naked, drinking wine. And when I finish crying, I get in bed, she's in my bed, asleep, wearing my vintage Guns N' Roses t-shirt. I was like, welcome to the jungle. What are you doing right now? Get out of my room. Now here's where I'm gonna lose everybody, I'm pretty sure. And this is not a joke, this is real life. She's never paid rent. Okay, gasp at your mother, not me, okay? Seriously, she's never paid rent, and like in the pandemic, dug her heels in, you know what I mean? Here's the craziest part, I confront her every month, like, hey girl, where is my rent money? And she uses the same excuse every month. How do you do that? I can't go to work and be like, dude, remember like 6 months ago when my dad died? That nigga died again. Like you can't use the same excuse over and over. But she would do it. I'd be like, hey girl, where's my rent money? And she'd be like, mommy, stop telling people I'm your roommate. I'm only 12 years old. I can't help you and broke ass daddy. Like what a bitch, right? She's the worst. Herpes is not the only lifelong STD. She's a character. She's been ruining my life since she crawled out of my womb. I kid you not. For the first 3 years, I did nothing but care for her. Like, I didn't go out with friends. I didn't do anything. I was just with her nonstop. And then around age 3, my girlfriends called me up. They're like, bitch, we're going out? They're Caucasian. I don't know if that came through. And we are going to get fucked up. I was like, yes, please. So they come over, and we're drinking some Chard, right, as you do. And I say to her, I'm like, hey, pumpkin, run upstairs, go in the bathroom, get me my makeup case. And this is the first thing she ruined for me, which was my husband's penis. I know I'm gonna explain this is not an R. Kelly situation. And so we hear her going up the stairs, bing, 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 so cute, right? And then we hear a blood-curdling scream, and we hear the door slam. I had forgotten that my husband was in the shower. He's black, I'm not humble bragging, it's relevant to the story. But thank me for my cervix. And anyway, we hear her come running down the stairs. Brrr, and she comes busting into the kitchen. She's like, mommy, Oh my God, you have to come quick. Something's wrong with Daddy. I said, what is it? Is he dead? She's like, no, it's worse. I said, wait a minute. Is he broke? What happened? Did you see his credit score? What's going on? She said, no. I said, what? She said, Daddy's naked. And I saw him from the front. I think Daddy is pooping from the front. That is called poo-poo penis, and no thank you. I do not want that, sir. Now let's fast forward a year. Now she's 4. She's a woman of the world, and she's got questions. She's all up in my face with it, right? She's like, Mommy, where do babies come from? Crap. I'm like, okay, go get a pen and paper. I'll draw you some diagrams. So I drew some O's, I drew some phallopes. You need that, right? I drew like 10, 12, maybe 13 shots of Hennessy, because we know how mistakes are made. And then I drew a single sperm. My husband freaks out about this. He's like, why would you draw a single sperm for a 4-year-old? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Should I have pumped some lotion in my hand, smeared it on my face, and explained to her, this is what it looks like when you see it in college for the first time. Would that have been, oh, we got lots of college grads, okay. So when I finish explaining everything to her, she says to me, okay, Mommy, let me get this straight. So the mom has the eggs in her tummy. I said, yeah. And the dad has the seeds. I said, yeah. And the dad takes the seeds, puts them into the mommy's tummy. It fertilizes the egg and grows a baby. I said, nailed it. Psh, up top, let's go get some ice cream, right? She said, wait a minute. I have follow-up questions. Crap. How does the dad get the seeds into the mommy's tummy? Then she said the most horrifying sentence I've ever heard come out of a toddler's mouth. It was so terrifying, I heard it in slow motion. She said, does she swallow them? So now, ladies and gentlemen, I am in a kerfuffle. I have a very important decision that I need to make in a matter of seconds. Am I a responsible adult, curating the mind of an impressionable child, or am I a comedian? Judging from the laughter this evening, I think we can all agree that I'm a comedian. So what I said was, no, sweetheart, does she swallow them? No, see, what we're talking about is how to make a baby. What you seem to be thinking of is how to make a husband. It's a very, very similar process. And you will have someone suckling on your teats for 18 years. I love her though. She's great. I love my daughter. She's super gay. That's probably my favorite thing about her. She's such a homo. It's so fantastic. Seriously, she came out at 10 years old. Right, that's crazy. 10 years old, she knew who she was as a human. When I was 10, I didn't even know who my father was. That's crazy. She knew who she was. I'll never forget it though. It was pretty funny. She comes in my room. She's 10 years old. She's like, Mommy, I need to talk to you. And I need you to not freak out about it. I was like, dude, what is it? Are you gay? She goes, oh my God. how did you know? I said, bro, only a lesbian would be this angry at 10 years old. You have a very comfortable situation here. There's nothing for you to be this upset about. Happy Pride, by the way. This is the end of Pride Month, right? I don't technically celebrate this late in the month because I'm only bi, so I have to stop on the 15th, but happy Pride to all you full gays out there. When I think about it, I have a pretty queer family. My daughter's gay, I'm bi and non-binary, and my husband is questioning my authority all the time, and it's just really taken me to the edge. It's just, it's funny because we've been together for a while, and for a long time actually, and he just recently realized that I'm non-binary, right? And he's like, and the first thing he said, he goes, wait a minute, does that make me gay? I said, oh no, honey, that's not what makes you gay. And I'm actually kidding. I didn't really say that. It made me feel a little uncomfortable and a little disconcerted, a little weird. Like, how could I be with this person for so long and not realize they had these weird, deep-seated, homophobic ideologies just kind of bubbling beneath the surface? You know what I mean? Like, how weird is it for you to think that my gender identity is somehow tied to your sexuality? And so what I actually said to him, I was like, no, sir. Me being non-binary does not make you gay. It makes you a faggot, and that's a little bit different. It's a little different. I'm very proud of the fact that I think I may have made the gayest person on earth. I think my daughter is the most lesbian that's ever lesed a lesbian. No, but here's why. Hear me out. You'll go with me on this. She came to me one day and sat me and I was like, I need to ask you something. I'm like, oh my God, it sounds deep. What's up? And she's like, you're bi, right? I was like, yeah. And then she goes, so why a man? What? I was like, dude, that man is your biological father. Without him, you literally don't exist. And without missing a beat, she goes, yeah, so why a man? What a bitch. So, do you hear that though? Do you understand what she's saying? She's so gay that she is willing to snuff out her very existence just for me to be with a woman? What? That, ladies and gentlemen, is not an ally. No, that's an accomplice.